everybody. So today I did want to talk about something that we will have to be very delicate in speaking about. I'm talking about race. Now with race, in every area, each language is going to approach calling people a different name. It's not just the language differences at play here. It's also how that country feels about that group of people. Stay tuned for that. So first things first, I am a Native American woman. So if I were to describe myself, I would say I'm an American, Native American from the Northern Cheyenne tribe. And I'll explain that. So my race is Native American. My nationality is American. And my ethnicity is the Northern Cheyenne tribe. So I know it seems a little bit redundant to say I'm an American, Native American, but I've noticed I've had to do that since moving out of the US, since moving out of the United States. I've had to be a little bit more clear. In Europe, many people called my people Indians. American Indians, and some people even in the United States call my group of people that I come from Indians. I'll tell you why that is not only just a little offensive, but confusing, because we are not from India. We're not related to anybody from India. I've never been to India. We don't even come from the same group of people. So we are not Indians. The reason why we're called Indians is because there was a explorer, okay, his name was, don't know if you've heard of him before, Christopher Columbus. Yeah, that guy. He was rather drunk, not just, himself, but there were other people with him. They were all pretty much, lit. And when they got to, not even America, but they got to, they ended up going to an island. They were like, oh, Indians, we're in India, because that's where their destination was in the beginning. So they, for some reason, that just stuck, and they continued to call us Indians. So we are not Indians. We are, may say, Native American. Or you could say Aboriginal Americans or Indigenous Americans. We'll take any of those. So you can tell that, I feel, a certain way about this. People are very attached to their race because it's part of their identity. So we need to tread very carefully in this area. And this is especially important when we are making a network of business associates. If one person hears that we misspoke and said something, it might get back to the other people. So this is something that people need to be educated in. If you're going to be out there networking in the business world and making new clients or partners or whatever it is. So let's get into how other groups of people are identified by Americans. Okay? Now, a lot of people have been saying that race is a social construct. I disagree. And that's my opinion. I disagree because those same people are also saying that gender is a social construct, which I don't agree with that either, for a variety of reasons. But, not to make this about myself, but with Native Americans, we know that our people were almost completely annihilated because of a genocide inflicted upon us by Canada and the United States and Mexico. So we know who we are. We know as a group of people who we are, and having others say that it's a social construct is kind of a slap in the face to our efforts of survival. So anyways, but some people do say that. I tend to disagree. I'll use the Asian continent as an example. Now, within that big umbrella, there are many ethnicities. There are Chinese ethnicities, Chinese Asian. Oh, she's a Chinese Asian. Or he is a Vietnamese Asian. So then we get into like particulars. And someone's ethnicity is different than the race, just talking about the genetic makeup of the person and the origins. The ethnicity talks about the religion, the language, the culture of a specific group of people. There are Arab people, but within that you have Saudis, Saudi Arab. You have Moroccan Arab. So there are different types of ethnicities within that umbrella of race. One big mistake that people do make is to say, oh, what is your nationality? I've been asked that many times by white colonizers from the United States. Americans, white Americans, they say, what is your nationality? I can tell that you're not American. And I tell them, well, my people have been here for 30,000 years or more. So yeah, I am American. I'm much more American than most Americans are. But I just want to be clear that just because someone does not have blonde hair and blue eyes, it doesn't mean they're not American or Canadian or Australian. They could be indigenous. So yeah, keep that in mind before you generalize or believe in a stereotype about a certain country.